The first pre-release for Minecraft 1.19.4 is here. This one has a new built-in resource pack that turns the game to Tron, yet another new execute subcommand and plenty of fixes. My name is SliceSlime, let me show you all these changes. In user interface news, the new Create World screen has been updated. The tabs now have unique visuals compared to regular buttons. They now align to the center of the screen, and the contents has been aligned to the top of the screen. A bug has been fixed with the new scrolling text on buttons, which made it move both too far and too fast. And a new notification system has been made for realms, although there's no way to see that yet since realms are not available in snapshots. A new high contrast accessibility mode toggle has been added. You can turn it on from the accessibility options screen or enable the resource pack on the resource pack selection screen. The pack changes the user interface in the game to a high contrast look, while leaving the gameplay elements unchanged. In visual news, the enchantment glint is now different between UI items and in-world items and is more pronounced than the UI. The glint strength option default is now 75%, and potion items are no longer covered by enchantment glints. In mob news, axolotls now once again give the regeneration effect to nearby players who kill mobs, which also makes it possible to get the healing power of friendship advancement again. And a bug has been fixed that would make camels, horses and mules bounce high into the air if you rode them into the ocean. Goats, frogs, camels and sniffers no longer panic after taking fall damage. Speaking of camels, more camel bug fixes. Camels now stand up to follow a player holding food. And they're now more interested in sweet lovemaking than they are in lazy relaxation. The volume slider of camels recovering is now also properly controlled by the friendly creature's volume slider. Let's talk about the Sniffer. The Sniffer hitbox has been fixed so it no longer sometimes vanishes off the screen, and a bug has been fixed that would cause the Sniffer's head to sometimes vanish. It now also turns its head to look at the player. Sniffer spawn eggs have been tweaked to be more distinguishable from salmon spawn eggs. Their digging sounds now have the correct distance attenuation, and their animations now work properly when in water. Sniffers also no longer fail to jump up blocks. Breeding sniffers is now required for the 2x2 advancement, and planting torchflower seeds now counts towards the a seedy place advancement. Torchflower seeds are now also next to other seeds in the creative inventory, and the chickens and parrots now get tempted by torchflower seeds. When a torchflower crop grows into its last stage, it now turns into a torchflower instead, which is randomly placed in the block. Torchflowers can now be used as an ingredient for suspicious stews, which gives a night vision effect. Bees are now also tempted by torchflowers. Some cherry bug fixes as well. Pigs now spawn in cherry grove biomes, and donkeys no longer spawn there. And cherry logs and cherry planks now work as logs and planks in recipes like for crafting a campfire or making charcoal. Pink petals now mine instantly. In experimental block and item news, some items belonging to the Update 120 pack were available even with the pack off, which is fixed in this version. The recipe for an undecorated decorated pot has been added to the recipe book. And the brush crafting recipe now uses a feather, a copper ingot, and a stick in a vertical line. In gameplay changes, a fix has been made to a problem causing ghost blocks when placing hoppers next to redstone power, and the game event for ending an interaction has been changed to vibration frequency 14, which makes the door structure in the ancient cities work again. Placing and breaking frog lights is now slightly less loud. Command news. There is a new execute subcommand in this version. Execute positioned over. This takes one parameter, which is the name of a height map, and moves the current execution position to be on top of that height map. A height map details the highest block in a column of blocks according to some criteria, which differs from type to type. The four available options are world surface, ocean floor, motion blocking, and motion blocking no leaves. World surface is the height of the highest non-air block. Motion blocking is the highest block that has a hitbox that impairs movement. That is, it ignores things like flowers and tall grass. Motion blocking no leaves is the same thing, but it ignores any leaf blocks. And ocean floor is the same as motion blocking, but also ignores any fluid blocks. If you use the fall damage type with the damage command, it now works the right way with entities that are immune to fall damage. Some ride-related bugs have also been fixed, with it no longer desynchronizing if you dismounted while a ride command was being repeated, and the ride height has been fixed when riding an Ender Dragon, or a Phantom. New tags in this version. Block and item tag smelts to glass, which is now used instead of sand in the glass recipe. Entity type tag fall damage immune, which controls which entities are immune to fall damage. And new damage type tags always hurts Ender Dragons. For damage they can hurt Ender Dragons even when not issued by players. And bypasses cooldown for damage that can apply even if the target would normally be invincible from taking a recent other bit of damage. Some resource pack news. The resource pack version is now 13, with the breaking change that the enchantment glint now has 2 separate texture files, one for entities and one for items. In addition to that, several crashes have been fixed and optimizations have been made to the game's startup time. One thing to note is that a problem with the experimental update 120 pack in the previous snapshot means that experimental 120 worlds created in 23W07A will not open in this version. That's all for 1.19.4 pre-release 1. My name is Sliced Lime, thank you for watching, I'll see you next time.